How's it going, everybody? My name is Swoopy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know to dominate in your ranked games with Viper on Ascent. We're going to be going through things like aggressive pushes, how to use your walls, swoop peaks that you can do on Ascent, and then just overall how to play the map in the best way according to the situation. So make sure you watch till the end so you can become the best Viper on Ascent. So kicking things off, we're going to be starting on the A bomb site. This is my favorite site to defend, as there's quite a lot of stuff you can do, as well as the fact it's just a very easy site for Viper to hold. If you have a Viper holding all of A main, which is very, very easy to do, and then you just have a Sage wall short, you can basically be left alone to hold A site completely to yourself. Either that or just like a Cypher, some kind of Sentinel, just to help you out on hold short. Because short is fairly hard to hold for Viper, whereas main is a lot easier. So starting things off, we're going to talk about a more aggressive wall for defense, but either way. So what you want to be doing is lining up with this box up here and this corner on the wall. So after that, you're going to fire it off, and then you want to place your smoke anywhere kind of around this area here. This will mean that you have a little spot to swoop peek through into this side, and it means that you can pass through your wall and get past your enemies. Now this is something I do an absolute ton, and I don't see people do it enough. So we're going to put up our smokes at the start of the round, and a lot of the time what we see is Sova drones droning out towards wine. This is a nice little position, which means you can instantly get towards wine at the start of the round if need be. However, say if the drone goes past you, you can then go into this cubby and then drop your smoke, and you get 2 free kills, and then you can fall back afterwards while the Sova's still droning. So a nice little aggressive outplay just to get a few kills on A defense. It can lead to you dying, but either way, even if you don't decide to do anything aggressive, say you hear 5 people stomping towards you, all you do is you put up your smokes and you're chilling towards back site. Molly whenever your smokes go down, nice and easy. But either way, a lot of the time when you are Viper, you want to stay alive. You want to have as much impact throughout the round as possible with your toxins. So if I do an aggressive play and die at the start of the round, it's going to be a lot harder for my team to retake, especially if I'm the solo smoker. Next setup I want to talk about is you want to line up your crosshair with this bottom of the dot. So at the start of the round, there'll be a spawn barrier that goes across here, and you just walk up against it and go up to where I am right now. So this little brick with a white dot in the middle of it, you just want to go up to the line where it crosses here. You want to look up at this bottom line and jump and right click, and you will get a one-way up there. Now this one-way is super strong with the implementation of this being a metal box or impenetrable box. Because it means you can now walk to the right side of this, and now be completely hidden, or your whole of your body is completely hidden from this, and the only thing they can see is your head. Now this means that they have to walk out to about here to be able to see anything at all. So it's a very good one-way, and it also can be held from up on heaven, as well as being a nice little fake if you want to be holding close. And when I do this smoke, a lot of the time I'm doing a wall over towards mid and B. So with this wall, say if I have a Killjoy bot here, it just puts a bit more pressure and keeps our mid control a little bit longer. It means that they can take bottom mid for complete free, but we don't really care about that, as a lot of the time it gets cleared instantly with a Sova drone anyway, and you're only taking early peaks with an operator down there anyway. But this wall is super strong. It means that also when you're rotating, you can get back towards market for free, and also means that when you're retaking towards B, you have this smoke up in B main at all times. And also, this wall is absolutely incredible for retaking B. If I'm going to be retaking B, it means that I have this smoke towards B main, which is a horrible off angle to deal with when trying to retake B. So if we put a smoke for stairs, this means that we can now get a swoop peek out of here and clear all of this side of B before we start taking site. And this is how you have to retake B. You have to clear all of B main, all of this, and then you just pressure site as soon as you know that everything else is clear. Moving on to defending B. I don't normally defend this site that much, as a lot of the time a Sova or a Cypher or a Killjoy is way stronger on B site. However, if you do find yourself holding B site, what you can do is you can come up near to this boat. You don't want to be right up against it, you want to be a little bit further away from it. Then you want to throw your wall just a little bit left of this pillar. Now what this will give you is no possibility of coming out towards here without being seen. It will give complete cover of vision, meaning that they can't peek out towards logs or anything. And it means that if I put a smoke like this, we can now go through our wall and Swoopy to take this side. So for example, a lot of the enemy team will be pushing down towards this way, staying on this side of the wall. Now, however, if a siege is now walling up all the way up here, what we can do is take a little bit of proactivity and push through, go through, and now kill the sage on top of the wall, and now swing through and clear the rest of this. Now, this is very likely for me to die. However, me getting 2 or 3 picks, or even 1 pick for quite a bit of damage, taking a sage out of a game, is a very, very beneficial trade in this kind of situation. The other thing you can do is a one-way up on here. But a lot of the time, there's a one-way up on here, but a lot of the time this doesn't work too well, as the angles you have to hold aren't the strongest in the world. You have one over on switch, and then you also have a position up on market here, or up on these stairs. But that about covers it for defense. The only other thing I want to talk about is just use your snake bites whenever you don't have your smokes, and then also use your ult whenever you hear 5 people running at you. I do not see Viper players use that ult enough. Literally 3 times a game is probably the average of what I see, which is nowhere near enough. That should be pushed up towards somewhere near 4 or 5 times a game. Okay, now going on to attack, we're going to be starting off with the cat push. Now this is a great push on pistol round especially, but it can also work on other rounds, especially ecos. If I have a Spectre and I'm pushing this, it can be really, really good. So you want to do your wall across to the left side of this arch, and then throw your smoke down short. Now you want to drop your wall before you get to your smoke just to clear this. And now we want to push through past that orb, pick it up, and now clear towards short. You can then clear the corner. So your 2 positions that are likely for people to be will either be on the box or holding right here. And then after that, after the swoop peak, you then come through, clear this cubby. And now we're going to be re-smoking towards short and going to be pushing through. Now here I have 2 options. I can either be aggressive, go up here, and go for another swoop peak through here. Or I can just play with my team, especially if I have 2 mollies. What I'm going to be doing is going for bomb plant and maybe playing lineups. But either way, it's a really nice way of just splitting A site, and it just puts this, split pressure onto the defense team, and it makes it a lot harder to defend. Now, if we're going to be pushing A site, I like to do a wall where you come into this corner after the buy barrier drops, and then you do a wall up against this, like this A of A rafters. So you throw this wall. And what this allows to happen is a wall that cuts off all of short or door, which means you can then shut the door for free, as well as stopping anyone from walking out of heaven, or anyone that does walk out of heaven goes through a smoke and also takes 30 decay instantly. Now the only worry about this wall, I normally do it a little bit wider, is people hiding towards generator. And now there's a very simple solution for that. You throw a molly towards Gen as you're pushing towards site. Now suddenly this guy in generator isn't got quite as nice of a spot, and you just spray him down with double damage for a nice free kill. So it's a very, very nice way of taking site. The only things you really have to be cared about it or scared about is under heaven as well as anywhere on site. Now going back to this cat push wall, what we're going to be doing is doing a variation of that, and we're going to be taking mid control instead. So at the start of the round, this is going to be very, very fast play. You're going to wait for your wall to go up. You're then going to throw your orb down next to your, under the arch. Now what this allows you to do is walk through your smoke, come around to this side, and then swoop peek down and clear all of this. A lot of the time this allows you to get a kill onto market while being safe from top mid. The other thing this allows is, of course, you clear bottom mid, and once you clear market, you then get this surprise swing on someone top mid. A lot of the time, if this is an operator, and he's watching something down here, they won't be expecting a swing out from something this close, as they haven't seen you get to that position, right? So a lot of the time this can catch people off and you get a free kill. Now otherwise, if I'm pushing up towards pizza, I just molly and I keep on going. Make sure your molly lands on top of the boxes, otherwise if it lands below, like so, you don't actually get the molly on top of here. Oh, you do now. Ooh, feels good, man. So I have a nice little special push when going towards B site. So the first thing I do is have a lineup to smoke market at the start of the round. So what I do is I line up with this brick here with, how do I show this? This point of here of my HUD. So I just line that up with this brick, the bottom left of the brick, and I throw my orb, and this will land for market. So I do that at the start of the round, and now I either, depending on how aggressive I want to be, if we have 5 people stomping main, I do a wall at the start of the round like this. which allows you to get up to this market position very, very fast. The only thing you have to be scared of is this position here and logs. Now, however, if I'm going a bit more solo, or it's just me and someone else, what I'll do is this smoke at the start of the round, and I'll be walking, crouching, just taking it nice and slow until I get to this position. And now I throw my wall, and now we go. Now, this just means that they can't react to it as fast, meaning that they won't go into this position as quickly or into logs. Now, this allows me to get once again to the market, drop my smoke, swoop peek out, clear all the market, take market control, and now we can go back, clear stairs, clear boathouse, clear lane. It's a really weird way of clearing stuff, which no enemy will expect, and you'll always get kills by doing it. Otherwise, if you're pushing B and you want to help your team rather than play for yourself, the best thing to do a lot of the time is wall towards market. So you either do a wall like across here, meaning that it blocks off market and CT, or you just do a wall for market like this, and then you throw an orb lineup, or just throw your orb for CT. So it's basically just like your normal smokes. It's what you'd be doing with an Astra, an Omen, a Brim. It's your two main points that you need to smoke off, and it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you smoke them off in some way to help your team. The last thing I want to talk about, if you are an attacker, and it's mainly just so this kind of bug gets patched from the game, is if you come up to not the first like slit in these bricks, but the second one, and then pull out your ult and go slightly to the left of the top of the arch, or right of the top of the arch. What you get is a little cubby over here. Now, if you go up in line of this bit of wood and crouch into it, you can now see everything inside your ult. Now, a lot of these were patched, I believe, ages ago, a couple months back, but there's still quite a lot of them in the game, and they are absolutely busted. Now, this is a bug. I would never use this in a comp game or any game at all, basically just custom and trolling around. But I just want to get a bit of awareness out there just so this kind of thing can be patched and the game can be played properly without any bug users. Either way, guys, I hope this has helped you so you can absolutely dominate in your ranked games with VIPER. If this guide has helped you and you want to see more, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe below, as we're about to hit 7k subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But either way, that's enough said. Remember, guys, stay safe, stay toxic, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.
Like the video and subscribe, or I'll find you in your sleep and I'll punch you in the face.